Robin Sherrill, a federal judge, did not grant the state's request today for a temporary restraining order, instead scheduling a hearing for later this week. By then, those National Guard troops may already be deployed.
The Trump administration is following a playbook: cause chaos, create fear and confusion, make it seem like peaceful protesters are a mob.
Governor J.B. Pritzker and local leaders denouncing White House plans to federalize 300 Illinois National Guard service members and to send in possibly hundreds more from Texas in response to anti-ICE protests and violent encounters with agents. The state seeking in federal court to block the deployment, arguing the White House is escalating conflict to create a pretext to send in troops.
This is not about an emergency. This is a political targeting utilizing our military.
But federal Judge April Perry declining to grant a temporary restraining order, giving the federal government 2 days to respond and scheduling a Thursday hearing. By then, troops could already be here. Justice Department lawyers telling the judge Texas Guard members had planned to fly here Monday evening.
The protests are getting violent. So ICE has a right to protect their own property.
But the president citing Chicago's murder rate, which CPD says is falling, rather than protection for ICE operations for why the Guard is needed, and said if he's blocked by the courts, he might bypass that ruling by invoking emergency powers.
We have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that.
Meanwhile, Mayor Brandon Johnson signing an executive order barring ICE from using city property, including parking lots, for staging and other operations.
We cannot allow them to rampage throughout our city with no checks or balances. Nobody is above the law.
The mayor of Chicago not only has failed to condemn the violent obstructive acts against ICE and law enforcement, he issued a no-go zone for ICE officers.
DOJ attorneys in court said some of the 300 Illinois National Guard members who've been requested could report for duty tomorrow. After a few days of civil disturbance training, they could be on the streets later this week guarding federal facilities. Rob.